Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, guys. Hello, Boo. How are you doing? Welcome in. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Just trying to choose a picture here. Let's see. I'm good, thank you. Hi, darling. Welcome. I made this hair today. It's pretty cute. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I didn't cut it down terribly because it was giving me very much 90s vibe, but I like. I'm good. I am good for the most part. Just getting back to work. You know how it feels when you have like couple days off and you go back to work. That's how I'm feeling. Ah, oh wow. How dark of a green or how light of a green? Knowing you probably did like a dark green. Welcome in, guys. Hello. Tonight we're gonna be doing a purple and green and blue look, sorry, to match my hair. I don't know if you guys can see. It's dark purple with blue. It's my 27 pieces unit that I made. Yeah, see? And it's a forest green. I know it wouldn't go lighter than a forest green. But I'm excited to see it though. Yeah, I like how this came out. It came out cute, 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 cute. Yes, but it's gonna have to wait to see how I kind of style the front when the makeup is done. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna use some interesting palette. This is from Pat McGrath, and this is like their what do you call it? Christmas palettes. So they're very mini. We're gonna go into this blue and this purple at some point, and we're gonna go an OG. I had this palette when it first came out. I was so excited. Anastasia Beverly Hills and Jackie Aina. I haven't touched this palette in forever. Look, you can see my reflection. So we're gonna jump into this palette. As you can see, I've hit pan on four colors in this palette. So we're gonna be touching on these purples right here. Hello, welcome in. How are you? Not deep. Yeah. I took off the film on it today, but she got some loving. So these are the palettes we're gonna be using. Blue, good. We're talking about this palette, the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Jackie Aina. Which one are you referring to? Is this the Patrick? No, the Pat McGrath one, or is the Anastasia Beverly Hills? Oh, you're eating. Okay, cool. Oh, thank you. All right. It was talking to me. Okay, cool. Let us get into the slate today. Blue. We're gonna start with this purple right here. We're gonna jump into our fluffy brush. This is from Sephora and it's the number 19 brush. Why are you going? Because I didn't use blue? Tell me what's up. Okay, if you guys are new here, what I like to do, I like to tap the product in first, build it up to my liking, and then blend. I'm gonna go on the opposite side. This is our transitional shade. I just want to see, because I can't remember how this palette really works, but Anastasia Beverly Hills always makes some good palettes for the most part. Hello, Danielle. Welcome in. How are you? So we're just tapping on the two sides for symmetry. And we're just building up that color. Make sure you guys double tap the screen. Thank you guys for 7 likes. I really appreciate it. We're just building up that color. And I'm focusing it more on the outer V for now until we decide what we're gonna blend this color with. I decided not to do anything special effects tonight because I want to come back in easy, simple, doing something that everybody can recreate if they choose to. And then probably tomorrow hit you guys with some kind of special effects something. I went really hard last week, so I'm kind of taking my time because, as you know, I don't even have on my contacts. I'm a girl that loves my contact lenses, and I had to give my eyes a break for these couple of days because I run my eyes down to the ground last week. Oh, all right, now that I've built up the color that I like, I'm going to take that same brush. We're going to start with this eye, and I'm going to hold the brush like so, all the way at the end, and I'm going to take my time, circular motions, and we're going to push the product inward, just like so. Soften up the edges, blending them in. Yeah. And we're going to take the excess all the way to the front of the eye. And then we're going to do the same thing, going back to where we started from. and you see how beautiful the blend look. You don't even see where it starts, so it ends. That's what you want. We're gonna do that to the other eye. The waterproof one that I bought from this one that I bought from Timo. That's the one I've been using. But I don't know if it's that or it's the contacts. I'm not 100% sure because I have been using the lash glue consistently for the whole entire week, and my eyes doesn't water as much. So I don't know. I really, really don't know. Hello, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. How are you doing? One of the reasons why I bought this headphone was to actually listen to music on my other phone, but because this works so well with the phone that I mainly do my streams now, I'm still just not even bumping to music as I should, which is crazy to me. But you guys can hear me better, so I am happy because of that. I'm just blending that transitional color out, guys. That's all that we're doing right here. Welcome in each and every one of you guys. We're doing a smoky purple and blue look tonight. Taking it slow. Yes, that's what we're doing tonight. Having a good old time until my girl KK is ready to come on the midnight shift. I'm like the second shift of the day, the mid shift. And KK does like the midnight graveyard shift, which sometimes I can't be bothered with that shift. Okay, we're gonna jump into this color right here, which in comparison looks a little bit, this one looks more deeper. This is the first color we went in with. I'm gonna try a little bit of this on the outer edge. Let's see if we can, what we can get out of that particular color with the same brush. We're gonna pat that right here. It's not doing much. It's not giving me, let me see. It's buildable, but it's not crossing over the way that I would like. But you can still see it though. But I need something that's gonna be a little bit more intense. Hold on one second. You might have to look for a different palette. Hold on. I have several palettes in here. Uh, Sometimes when you look at a palette and you look and see the colors and you think that's gonna work, sometimes it doesn't work. Are you not sure if you're gonna stream? Okay. Sad, but I understand. I wasn't going to stream tonight either, but I said, you know what, let me do something before something does me. This is a beautiful palette from MAC. I really like it, but it's more neutral. It doesn't have a dark purple. We can definitely use black, but I was kind of trying to stay away from the black, but I think we're gonna have to use a little bit of black. Just a little bit of black. My lighting. Oh, this is too close to my foot. Oh, all right. Quick, we are back on track. Ta-da-da. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Um, we're gonna have to jump into a black just to get a little bit more definition on the outer edge. So we're gonna jump into the Makeup by Mario palette, one of my favorite palettes to use. This is the nude palette, and we're gonna just jump into that. Black, I'm gonna take the same fluffy brush, and we're gonna jump into that palette. We're not gonna go too crazy with the black. We just kind of just want it to give a little bit more body on the outer edge of the eyes. So we're gonna start right here. And if you notice, I'm just tapping that in, building up that color before I go out and blend. Do it on the opposite side. All right. Tap off the excess off of the brush. And now we're going to blend that into the crease. So blending it upward into the crease and kind of defining it as we go. We're going to jump back into that purple as well. I have this highlighter palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but it's way too light for me. I'm going to put it in my kit. Well, it was in the kit, but yeah. We're going to use this as a highlighter for my upper lids. We're going to jump on this side, and we're just going to basically work that black shadow into that purple, fading it inwardly. And so you hear that I'm just tapping off the excess product. Yeah. I like it. It gives that little pop of dimension, but it doesn't take away from the purple. I'm going to jump into a new fluffy brush. And we're going to jump back into that purple. But before we do that, let us take a flat tip brush, just like this one. This one is more fluffy, this one is more dense. We're going to go into that highlighting palette that I told you about. And we're going to go into this purpley highlight. And we're going to take that and we're going to come right over our brow bone. And it has like a frosty, you guys can't really see it as well as I can, but it has like a frosty kind of, hold on, let me swatch it so you guys can get an idea. So it has this pearlescent, but it has a slight purpley hue. So that's what I'm using as my highlight. I'm just going in. It's beautiful color though. I don't think I will use it as a highlighter per se, unless I want to like really blind somebody. But yeah, it is pretty cute. So we have that down. We're gonna come back to it because I think I want to use it for my inner corner. We're gonna jump into a new fluffy brush. I am Anna. How are you? Welcome in. We're gonna jump back into that purple right here. How are you? Welcome in. Jibba, welcome. We're gonna jump back into that purple and right where the highlight meets, we kind of, so you guys can actually see. Right where the highlight meets that purple, we're gonna add that same transitional purple and we're gonna come in and we're just gonna blend that up into the highlight ever so gently. And this is a new fluffy brush that we're using, not the one that we put the black on, because we want this to remain as light as possible. And we're going to take that and we're just going to blend, blend, blend. And we want to have a seamless, I have to come back the light. We're going to have the seamless, so highlight, transitional shade, more depth. That's what you want going on. This one, you can see the breakage of the color. You don't want that. You want it to flow just like this. So you want the colors to basically flow into each other. You don't want to know where it starts. You don't want to know where it ends. You want it to just kind of blend like a song. Okay, we're going to do that to the same right here where the highlight is and that transitional shade. We're going to go in, add some more product here, and we're just going to buff that out straight into the highlighting color, just like so. I changed my fan, and trust you me, this other fan is not giving me what I want it to give me. It's just pissing me off. It's like I'm so hot. Like, see me sweating? I shouldn't be sweating. Yeah. Hello, hello. Thank you so much, Javal. I appreciate that. I appreciate that 120%. We're gonna jump back into that fluffy brush that has on the black. We're not gonna add no more product to it. We're just gonna go in and I see if I can soften this black area out here just a little bit more. Just a tad bit more, which I'm liking. I'm really loving the vibes. I am. Okay. Now that we're here tonight, all we're doing, we're just learning how to blend eyeshadows together. We're not gonna focus on cut crease or nothing like that. We're just focusing on blending colors together, make everything look beautiful. You know, one of the beautiful things about eye makeup is the blend. Once you can master a good blend, it's chef kiss. I am telling you, that's how sometimes you can know who actually is a makeup artist or who plays in makeup. So we're going to take that same highlighting color and we're going to just set it right in our inner tear ducts. Remember I told you I'm going to go back into this color because I like how it just highlights and have a pop of color right in the inner tear ducts, just kind of opening up the eyes. And we're going to push that color up just like how we're doing that. See how beautiful that looks? That's what we're trying to create. Now that we have that as the start, we're going to jump into the shimmer. And this is a purple shimmer. And we're going to take a good amount of that one. And we're going to start on this eye. Just where the highlighted shade that we just put down stops, we're going to continue from there. And we're going to take it all the way back to the darkest part of our eyes. So we're going to start right here and we're going to work that color all the way down, just like that. Just like so. Hmm I'm really liking how this purple is looking like. And I just remembered that we didn't touch the Pat McGrath palette, which we are going to add that Pat McGrath palette to what we're doing here. Ah, this looks so beautiful in the mirror that I'm looking straight ahead of me. And I think it's kind of getting washed out a little. Hold on, let me see if you guys, if I take this off. Okay, I think you guys can see it just a little bit better now with the backdrop one. Look how beautiful the colors are merging with each other. I really like that. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump into this purple right here, and then we're going to take a little bit of this blue. So let's jump into the purple. With Pat McGrath, you know you're going to get your money's worth. So we're going to take this purple color right on top of the purple shimmer that we just put down. Just adding a little bit of a punch to that first color that we put down. A little bit more depth. A little bit more depth. Yeah. It's a very subtle difference, but I think it's doing what I want it to do. Yeah, it is, it is, it is. It's so beautiful. Okay, we're gonna flip that brush. We're gonna jump into this blue. Now, this is gonna be a little bit tricky, but we're gonna see how best we can add the blue right at the end here. Yes. hmm I think I need a smaller, detailed. Hold on, guys. I need the perfect brush for this part. So we're gonna jump into this one. This is more of a flat tip brush. We're gonna use that so that we can have just a little bit more control over where we place that blue shade. We need to have a little bit more control over it. And we're focusing this at the end. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I am loving this combination right now. Jump back into that purple. I had a little blue on this brush. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add that blue to the other side at the top. Come back in with that purple. And we're just basically going back and forth with that purple to kind of merge them together. He is. He is. He is a sweetheart. He is a sweetheart, my love. Yes. So this is what we're giving right now. What do you guys think so far? Let me know, let me know, let me know. I am absolutely loving how this is looking. Like the shine, the shimmer, it is beautiful. The only thing I want to do is add some more darkness to the ends because I think that's what it's missing from my eyes right now. Not gonna try to go too crazy and make it be too complicated, but I need some more darkness just to tie in everything. And we're gonna take that, the black again, and we're gonna stamp that on the outer end. We need it to be a little bit more smoky. Yeah. Just where that blue and purple meet, we need it to be just a little bit more smoky. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now we're gonna go in and blend and buff that in. Yes, you see how different this looks now? Yeah, that's the kind of blend I was looking for. The drama. Yeah. Okay, pink highlight. Okay. All right. We can do that. We can make that work. We can definitely make that work. Just let me tackle the end. For some reason, this always be my least favorite eye, and tonight it's my best eye. What is going on? Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and just blend. We're blending this black out, smoking it, smoking it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Should we do like a pink shimmer or a matte pink? Tell me. Because she does have a pink in this palette, but it's matte. So I don't know. Should we do like a shimmer? If we have to do a shimmer, then we're definitely going to have to do a different palette for that. But let me know. Let me know. We're going to jump in with that first color. And right at the top, we're going to add a little bit more purple just to blend everything seamlessly in. I custom to take my shadows all the way up to my brows. It's just the way that I prefer it on myself. It just makes everything blend and look more better for my eye shape. So I'm just going in, and it kind of defines where we put the color down. Okay. Which one? This one or the... I think you said in the highlighting palette. This one over here? Which one? Let me know. Let me know. Because this is the only pinkish one that we have in this palette, actually. This one is more light blue. This one is white. This one is more of like a goldish yellow. This one is more like a cream. This one has like a green tinge to it. Okay. So this one. Okay, cool. Cute. Okay, we're gonna jump into a detail brush. Looks like that. Pencil, they call it a pencil brush. We're gonna jump into this one and we're going to pat that right in the inner corner here. That's actually one that I put down earlier, right here. And if you notice, it kind of gives it like a pinkish hue, but it also shifts into that purple. Yeah. Yeah. Should I put more or just leave it like that? Thank you so much for that suggestion. I'm in love. I am in love. All right. I don't use this color that often, so I'm super excited to use her. I was thinking of using my watch activated liner in the purple, and it's more of like a light purple to do our liner tonight. You know, doing something a little bit different. Oh. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you guys so much for 11 likes. If you guys are liking the vibes, don't be afraid to tap the screen. Welcome in. I have not been live in a couple of days, actually. So, welcome back. It's a little bit slower than normal, but we give thanks regardless. Thank you guys for being in here chatting up with me. Okay. I just love how the colors are blending together. I really do. And sometimes you just don't need the what's that, bells and whistles when it comes down to makeup. Sometimes just blending colors together can give you a flawless, beautiful look without you doing, you know, all of that. Not saying that doing all of that is not great, because I'm team overdue when it comes down to makeup sometimes. So, yeah. We're basically adding a little bit of water to our lovely water activated liner. I'm just getting it to a consistency that I'm going to like. Right now it's too runny. We don't want that. We want it to be a little bit more thicker so that it can be easily managed. All right. Now that I think it's at the consistency, I'm gonna start right at the middle. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Ah, I don't know, you guys are not seeing the color pay off like I'm seeing it. But this is Chef's Kiss. Okay, I'm not gonna do the wing just yet. We're gonna do the opposite side. Hmm. Ah, this looks so good. So good. Now, the wings can definitely be a little bit tricky. So you're gonna want to take your time, especially when you're using a water-based, a water-activated liner. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna follow our line that we already made. we want it to go upwards, like right where the shadow kind of takes it. We want it to go up there. So I'm going to take it from here and we're going to flick it off. So we take it like this and then we kind of flick it off, kind of controlling it. And now we have two separate lines. We have one line going this way, one line going that way. How we're going to make it look joint is by filling it in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take from the bridge here and we're going to come over just like that. I'm looking and seeing if I want it to be a little bit thicker. If I don't and I'm satisfied, all I'm going to do now is just fill in the gap. Just like that. Very simple, very, very easy. Fill in the gap. The trick is, can you do it on the other side? Can you repeat it? Yes, you can. But sometimes they're going to come out as cousins. They're not going to come out as twins. But the more you do it, the more you get better. Okay? You're going to come out. Remember, we're going up. You're going to add more on the brush. We're going to take it up, flip, up, kind of flip. Now we're going to come, take a look at the other side real quickly. We joined it quick and fast. Quick and fast. Oh, this looks so pretty. So pretty. I'm in love. All right. So from this lovely stack of lashes, one, two, these are basically the same. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Which one should we use? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. This is where you guys get to choose. Which lashes should we go with tonight? 1. Okay, I see 1 in the chat. Do we have another 1? We have 2 1s in the chat. All right, cool. Sold. We'll go with these ones up here, which is like a wispy, and it's more of a fan wispy. So it's more like a fan. So these are the ones that we're gonna go with tonight. You like 2 and 5? Hmm. Okay. Happy birthday, friend Pop. Okay, so you like 2 and 5. All right. Okay, we just took off the 1, so this is how the 1 looks. This is 2. This more wispy kind of lash, and then we have 3, 4, and 5. That's okay. It's fine. It is totally fine. The reason why I told you guys to pick from here is because I've already used one, two. I already used one, this, and this one, and this one. So I haven't touched the bottom layer or this section right here. So it's okay. I can literally just clap her on back. But we'll go with the two because I want to do something different. I'm always doing more of a fuller lash. So we're going to go with this one. Number 2. It's a little bit more wispy. So let's go with that one. Let's go with this wispy looking one. And this is how these ones look. They are very, very wispy. So they're going to be like they're barely there, but you can still see everything that goes on the eye. Kay, I know that you love these type these type of lashes, so yeah. This is your stomping ground right here. So let's get these waterproof lashes. I don't know what I think about this. This comes in like a regular um lash glue to me. I have not tried it in water. I probably might bathe in it tonight and actually see if it actually holds up in the shower. But I always take them off. But it comes in like a regular waterproof. There's a regular dual glue type vibe. But let us, yeah, I don't want to put them on wrong. Okay. Because I have my nails, I'm going to put on a little bit of a mascara. We have the Better Than Sex. This is from Too Faced. This is not the waterproof one, just the regular one. We're gonna put a little bit of a mascara on them. Just a little bit, not too much. Just a little mascara. Just to give the lashes a little bit of a structure to lie on. And let's jump in. Let us jump into placing her down as close to the lash line as possible. This is how it's looking. Very wispy. What do you guys think? Anybody that knows me, these will never be my first choice of lashes, but I like to do something new every now and again just to change it up, which I find is cute. It's cute for what it is. You can still see my eyes, and you can still see all the hard work that I did on the eyeshadow. Yes, the likes and the views are matching. Thank you guys so much. Now that we kind of completed the eyes, let us move on to KK's favorite part is the base. We're gonna jump into the e.l.f. matte primer. We're just gonna pump just that amount onto the palms, well, the palm of my hands. We're gonna jump into our foundation brush. This is from Sephora collection. One of my favorite all-time brush. This is the 99. And we're gonna take that matte primer into the areas that I tend to sweat a lot. That is in my T zone, on my nose, on my little forehead. And I'm just taking the excess, and I'm just gonna pat that all over my face. Prior to me coming on the live stream, I did moisturize and use a serum. The serum was from Sephora collection, is the vitamin C and E serum. Moisturizer was just a normal random moisturizer, nothing too special. Okay, now that I have that going on, we are going to jump in to the concealer. This I did a review on my first ever Temu haul, and I got this concealer palette that looks like this. Have a great night. Thank you so much, Jabba. Have a great night. I know you're in Jamaica and you're going to your bed, so thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you next time. Alright, T then. As you can see, I did some damage to these two dark ones. I did some damage to this one right here. The lighter ones I did. I haven't touched these two yet, and these two yet. Now, what I will say about this particular palette, I think it's okay for the price. I think I only paid like $5 or something like that for it. The payoff is basically for the girl that doesn't want too much makeup going on. The consistency is very, very, very sheer. It's not going to give you a full coverage vibes. I'll try out a little bit of that dark shade right here. That's the supposed to be the darker shade. And let's test out the other darker shade. So these are the two. And let us jump in to, let's use a blending brush for example. And if I'm gonna blend it out, it literally blends out into nothing technically. It gives you a little bit of coverage, as you can see, but it's not a full coverage type vibe. So you can definitely get some use out of it, especially if you are not into like heavy makeup and stuff like that. But if you want more fuller coverage, then you definitely have to buy another palette. So I'm gonna jump into these two right here. Just a scoop. I have a plexi down here that I'm mixing with. And I'm going to use 2 of the dark ones right here, and just a little bit of this orange color. I haven't used that yet, but I'm going to blend everything together. Blend everything together and kind of make a custom shade and see what that looks like. It's a very chocolatey kind of consistency. This is the color that I come up with. We tried it over here. And this is how that looks. More like my complexion-ish than looking gray and ashy like how it looks there. So the trick with this particular palette, you'll have to do some customizing. You're gonna have to do some blending with this particular palette in order to get your money's worth out of this palette. So I'm gonna take that and I'm going to highlight my under eyes. Everywhere that I would have normally highlighted, we're going to go in with this customized concealer. And I know it's going to be a little bit brighter than my complexion, but that's totally fine. As I said, it's very sheer and we can definitely work it out. Now, because it's cream based, it's definitely not going to dry down. I've tried this before. So it's not going to dry down. So it's going to look like, I don't know if you guys have ever tried a Black Opal stick foundation. This kind of gives me the same kind of, not finish, because the Black Opal has a little bit more pigmentation, so you get more for your money. But the finish, like how it looks at the end, it's, if you don't powder it, you're going to look like a glazed donut. So I'm going to take the foundation brush and we're going to just pat that into the skin as our first layer. To move some of the here. And we're just going to pat that down. Pat, 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 pat. Taking that all up into the hairline. And what I've noticed too with this particular formula, having a big brush like this is best. Having a small brush will make the product move quite a lot. So having more of a dense brush kind of helps the product move and stay where you put it. And I know I look crazy, but it will get better as we continue in the blending process. We're basically just using that and highlighting the face. And if you're first time here, you might think that I'm crazy and I look horrible. But I show you that it will only get better. Proceed into the blending situation. I'm just pushing back my hairline. As you can see, I still look like a glazed donut. I really do. But we're going to just tap, tap, tap that in. We're going to go into the Cover Effects foundation, and this is this one. I think this is discontinued, and this is N120, and it's literally way much more. When I say way much more darker, we still have the foundation here. This is how this looks on its own. This matches my complexion very, 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 very well, as you can see here. So we're going to be using that to basically help us correct what we have going on here. And we're going to take that into the darkest areas that we want to, like right here, that we're going to want to basically frame our face. We're going to take it that way. As you can see, right here, where my natural contour is, this is why I want to take it. Just like that. Yeah, and I know this looks crazy, but this is a part of the process. We're going to take it down the nose bridge, a little bit under here, a little bit here, a little bit here. Now you're not going to see my forehead, but if I didn't have, thank you guys for 14 likes. If I didn't have my bang, I would have put them all over here. Let's put a little bit, just a little bit, just in case the wind blows. Do a little bit here, a little bit down there. And then we're gonna see how well this blends into my face. Yeah, basically shaping my face. Oh, thank you so much, my love. Thank you, darling. I try. But you can also learn, you know? I'm trying my best to, when you guys come here, to at least learn something, you know? Because I do crazy makeup, I really do. But the core of my makeup is always going to be beauty and transformation, technically. So we're going to just pat that in. And with this particular foundation, as you guys can see, it's taking my face from being, oh my God, too crazy and white to this mellow bronze color. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm just taking the excess on the brush and just going down my neck. Because if you notice, my décolleté, which is this part right here, is a little bit lighter. But because how the light is positioned, it makes my neck look a little bit darker than normal. But everything does look the same. Oh, sorry. Everything does look the same, to be honest with you. Yeah, it just looks like that with the lighting situation. But yeah, my face and my décolleté is the same color. That's what I strive for all the time when I do makeup, even on clients as well. I strive to do that. We're just gonna tap that in. And I love you. I love being all the tips. Oh, thank you, darling. Yeah, welcome. You are indeed welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What I think I need to get, and the next time that I go makeup shopping, I need to get a darker concealer or a darker foundation, I used to use the darkest, one of the darkest foundation from Lancome, and that used to be what I used to basically sculpt my face. But that done, unfortunately. I do have this 9N from makeup from Dior, sorry. But is it dark enough? Let us see. I, oh, oh, could work. We're gonna use that to go in and sculpt the face even more. But it's a little bit more red than I would like. But in this case, we don't have a choice. We're just going to work with it. We're going to work with it. Okay. And we're going to go in. And that just adds that warmth into our face. Much like a bronzer, basically. Kind of giving that warmth back into the face. And if you notice, we put down foundation, put down concealer first, foundation, which is this one, and then we're going with more concealer. And this is how you just build up your complexion without doing too much, but still doing enough to lock in everything and make everything work for you. And we're just gonna go up. Remember, we're still gonna come in with powders to lock everything in. So we're not technically done, we're just making the foundation, technically. All right. Now that I'm liking how this is looking, we're gonna do one more thing. We're gonna jump in because I love our bright under eye. Not too bright, but bright enough. This is from Hourglass, and this is the shade concealer. It's called Vanilla. Very light shade. And we're just gonna take a little bit and we're gonna leave it there for like a minute or so, because we want this under eye to kind of pop and be the focus point for our look tonight. My little curls are falling down. Do I have another pin near me? Is that the question? Welcome in, everyone. Okay. Bronzing, okay. I'll definitely keep that in mind. I have to write that down so I don't forget. But I need one though. Definitely with these bright lights and stuff like that, I find sometimes when I don't have that going on, or if I use something that's more fuller coverage, my natural contour doesn't come out as well as when I'm just using concealer. Because for a while I've been just using concealer alone and not foundation. So now that I'm doing live tutorials, I want to give you guys the full breakdown. I'm here trying to find something to pin down my hair because she is moving. I swear to you, when you don't want these things is when you're finding them in galore. And now that I'm looking for even a hairpin, I'm not finding any, which behooves me. Ay. I just had a hairpin. Okay, I see one. Ay. I see one. All right, cool. Now I see two. All right. Let's just pin up that right there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now that we had that set for a little bit, we're going to go into our concealer brush. This is from Sport Collection, and it's the 57. We're going to just pat that concealer right where it lays, just like that. And we kind of just want that brightness to stay right there. We don't want it to move from that inner corner. And what we're doing here, we're also creating that illusion of my nose being smaller than it actually is, coming down with that light shade. As you can see, it's already forming. So all thing I need to do is highlight the middle, and then you can kind of just see what I'm talking about. All right, we're gonna take it, buff it out this way, buff, 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 buff it out. Buff, buff, buff. We're gonna jump into our foundation brush, and right where that concealer ends, we're going to just use that excess product that's on the brush, and we are just going to just tap, 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 tap that in, just like so. You see how beautiful that looks? Yeah, it behooves me, man. It behooves the hell out of me. I don't even know where I got that from. I don't even know if it's a word, but I know I heard it on somebody on social media. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm liking how this is looking so far. I am in it. Indeed. Just making sure that the ah, it's really wet. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Now that I have this down, because we want to lock in our face and we want it to like really bam, 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 we're going to look at how I jump on and grab the the hairspray. The L'Oreal 3-in-1 setting mist. We're gonna jump into this. I've been liking this so far. I haven't really tested it out like that to say how I feel about it, but for what it's worth, it does a really good job. Whee! She's very strong though. She is very, 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 very strong. She is very, very strong. Okay, we're gonna let that just set for a little bit, and then we're gonna go into our oh our highlighting, our powders, and all of that jazz. Okay, okay. Oh, Can't remember who I heard said it, but it's like it's stuck in my head. The person said that person just behooved me. I was like, oh, I love adding new words to my vocabulary. You know, I love adding words to my vocabulary. Vocabulary. All right, now it's time for powder, powder. I don't know how I feel about this hair yet because I have it here and I haven't like really cut it down yet. But when I tried it on, it gives me kind of like a 90s vibe. And I kind of like the flip up at the back. And I kind of cut down the sides and leave the front, you know. I don't know. And it's a mixture of purple and blue. When I tell you this is so cute, it is so cute. And I love it. Down, 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 down. And it took me like what? 30 something minutes to make. Yeah, I was gonna come live and make it, and then I was gonna make a video. I did some like some videos. I probably make a short out of it, but I didn't do like the full thing. But yeah, I made this wig today and I'm so happy about it. I think it looks great. Thank you, darling. So we're gonna go in to the Black Radiance setting powder. I know they have like a white translucent powder. This one has a little bit of a yellow tint. I have been a fan of this powder ever since I started using it. And what I like about it even more, that is not that expensive. And it does the job like my expensive powders. So I've been loving it down to the ground. So I've been using that and the Black Opal translucent powder in 700 deep. And I can remember when I got that powder, it was a couple years ago. They had a wholesale place that was selling Black Opal makeup for like $2. Yeah, $2 for a whole one of this. And it has the Black Opal logo, so you know that it was the real deal. I spent at least $200 in that store that year. And I still have the products in them up to now. All right. We're going to do something a little bit more different tonight. We are going. Okay, no problem. I will definitely look at it as soon as I wrap up here. We're going to take, before we do that, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Let's go back in. As you can see, before you set with your powder, make sure that you go back over, especially if you know that you normally get what you call it, cracks in your foundation or your concealer. Go back in it, leave it for like a good minute or so when you're doing your makeup. Go back in it because what will happen is the product will set into your fine lines, into your little bags, whatever you have going on, and you can get to see it right here. I don't know if you guys can see it clearly. These are just my natural, I would call them eye bags or whatever you want to call them, but they're natural or whatever. You know, I'm trying my best to. What am I doing? Oh, my battery's gonna die. No, don't do that. I'm trying my best to minimize the creasing under here. So what I'm gonna do before I set, I'm gonna go back in with my concealer brush, and we're just gonna pat all of these lines, smoothing them out once more, filling in the extra spaces that are there that was not covered by the concealer the first time, so that we can minimize all of that creasing. It is very, very, very important that you do this step because you don't want to go out. You can't necessarily prevent it in a sense because you're going to be talking, you're going to be engaging with people, but you can definitely delay the process by doing these steps. I have my talking line here, and because I like to babble a lot, I tend to do that. And I know KK does the thing where they put on the primer, the eye primer under their eyes and their smile lines. I have to try that. Probably I'll try it the next time and see how that works for me. But I just normally just go back over with that brush. And then now that that is set, we're ready to set. And I'm going to set with a powder brush, a very small powder brush tonight. I normally use a powder puff, but tonight we're going to use this powder puff. And we're going to set. Yeah, definitely. I love your hat too. I have to try it and see how it works for me and see if I, because I don't normally use eye primers, but I think I will definitely try it and see if it actually works for me. But it's definitely a good hack for my clients, though, 120%. And they wouldn't even know that I'm doing it because you don't have to tell them everything. They're there for a service, and you are the artist, and you're gonna make sure that they look their best after everything is done. Right? That didn't control as best as I would like. But yeah, we're adding that powder right in the middle there. And if you notice, I'm still patting that product in because when you pat it in, you're basically setting it into all the grooves, the crevices, the pores. That is what you want to do. Yeah. We're going to jump into the all over powder, which is the black opal powder. We're going to jump into another fluffy brush. And we're just going to basically lock down everywhere that we did not put that highlight powder. And we're just mattifying everything. Coming down under the chin. The excess powder, you're going to use it all the way down. Because you want everything to match. You want everything to blend seamlessly. Yeah. Skincare. Yeah, definitely. That's a really good hack. And one of them that I picked up from you. And I said, oh, I definitely have to try that. Because sometimes you have clients that are so afraid to come and get their makeup done because they crease a lot or they sweat a lot. And anything that you can do as a makeup artist to delay that sweat from coming through. And even though they do sweat and their makeup stay intact, that's what you want. You understand? You want your client to get their money's worth. Get their money's worth. You hear me? Okay, so the excess of that's on the brush, we're just going to basically brush over all of the highlighted areas that we just highlighted, softening them up just a tad bit, pushing that brush in the inner corners just like that. Pushing it, pushing it, pushing it. just like so. And I know we can see a little bit of like this harsh line right here between the highlight and that powder right there. We're not going to worry about that too much because that's where the blush comes in. Now, I'm going to let you guys decide which blush should we use tonight. If I can get this package open. This and all came from Temu. Very affordable. So, which blush should I use? Obviously, these are backwards. So I'm not going to even put you guys through it. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to use 2 of these brushes. So the last time we did a combination of this one down here and this one, which is 2 orangey shades. Oh, how I knew you would have said this pink one. You're such a pink type of girl. So this one is the first one, number 1. Yeah, sweet for number 1. And then what's number 2? And number 6? How I know that you're gonna choose these. Okay, without further ado, let's go into the 2 pink blushes. As you can see, this one is a little bit more deeper. This one is a little bit more lighter. So I think that we should go in with the deeper one first, just to sculpt our face, and then we can go in with the lighter one. So I'm gonna still do the 6, but I'm just gonna do the 6 first, and then we're gonna jump into the sweet to top it off. Okay, guys? And we're gonna go in with an angled brush. This might be too much. Let's tap off the excess. And we're gonna start right here. I don't tend to take my blush all the way down to my cheeks there. I tend to just leave it right above here. So let's go in with this particular shade right here. And I'm loving it. It's the more deeper of the pinks. And it looks so, so, so beautiful. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, nice, nice. It's very gorgeous. Yeah. Yeah, I need it to be higher because it's going to make you look more younger. You know? Nobody does blush down here anymore. It's crazy to me when I see it. Yeah. This is cute, 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 cute. Now let's jump into the lighter shade. I'm a little bit nervous about this shade because you see how bright this is? My God, this is going to be a blush. Yee. This is going to be a oh my God. This one is pigmented. My God. You guys have to go and watch my Temu unboxing, my first Temu stuff to find all the details of the concealer, the lash glue, and this. You're gonna find all the details there. So make sure you guys watch the video and get all the details so you can be doing the same thing I'm doing for the fraction of the price. Because this, I think, if my mind served me right, was like $5 or something like that, Canadian, and if it's going to be converted into US, it's going to be dirty cheap for a blush with 3 pens that are so big. What I will say This is very plasticky. Like the packaging itself is very, cheap. But for the price, you can't go wrong. And for the pigmentation on these bad boys, you can use them as eyeshadow bases. You can use them as eyeshadow. You can use them to do many different things. So I think it's going to be worthwhile you picking this up. So if you want the deets, you definitely know where to go now and get them. Yeah, the blush is fire. Fire. I love. And I love taking it all the way to the temple. My friends used to say, you're taking your blush all the way to the temple. Temple. Yeah. This is beautiful. I don't know if it's not too much lighting over here, but it makes me look like my foundation cuts off. I know it doesn't look like that in real life, but the lighting is making it look that way. But look at how beautiful that these two colors collide and look so well. I really love that. Mind their business. Yeah, because I was wearing my blush like that before the trend even started. Because there's one couple years ago when I used to my blush right down here, then I used to highlight and all that. And I don't know, I think I did it in a rush, and I just loved it afterwards when I continued doing it. So we're gonna do something a little bit risky. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighting palette. We're gonna go back into the same shade that we have on the inner corner. We're gonna lightly go back into it and see if we can highlight the cheek area with it. Yeah, see if we can bring back a little bit of highlight. It works. It works. I was afraid that it was gonna look a little bit ashy, but with the pink, I think it's complementing the pink because it has a shift of pink in it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just never gravitated to pink. I think it's mm, it's a traumatic situation, but I think I will share with you guys. Not really traumatic, but it's something that I noticed I hold on to for a very long time. So back in my country, there is a very popular makeup artist, hairstylist. And when I was learning to do makeup years ago, I remember I started makeup when I was like 16, 15, going into 16. I went to his house for training, and he told me that never do pink lips, never do pink blushes, never do red lips, only do like a nude blush and a nude lip for my skin type or my skin tone or something like that. And I've held on to that for many, many years. So I think that's where my disdain came from when it comes on to pink like that. I think that's where it stemmed from, if I'm 100% honest with you, which is super crazy for me to even think that. Yeah, very much so. And he still does makeup for like Carnival Queen and like big pageants and stuff like that in our country. But yeah, that way that came from, I think, now thinking back at it. But I love me some pink. But I love me a burgundy more than a pink. But yeah. And I'm getting into orange blushes as well too, so I think I'm maturing where the blush is concerned. Oh, I'm just drinking some local juice tonight. No alcohol beverage. We're taking it slow. Now I'm thinking about, should I do this coral under my eyes, or should I do black? Because I think adding the coral will make it like pop. And then pink together. Yeah, burgundy. I've never tried burgundy and pink together. Would it look even gorgeous on you? Yeah. I have to probably try that in my next live stream. So should we do this coral color on the waterline? Or should we do a normal black? What do you guys think? I'm at you guys' discretion tonight. Let me know. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Sometimes I like to warm it up. Oh, I broke it, guys. I am so mad. I love any kind of shade like this. And okay, we have more. We have more. We have more. Okay. We have more. Teal? Oh, is it? So this is a teal color or a coral? This is not a coral, right? Or it's a teal. Not me calling the wrong name. Okay, let's stop the chatting and getting to this teal. Oh, coral is like a pink. Pink orange. Okay, so this is more teal. My bad. Not me giving out wrong information. Thank you for correcting me. I don't know why I think about coral like that. To be the first thing, and I was saying it so proudly. I was saying it with all of my 10 toes down. My God. So glad I'm around good people. Thank God I'm around good people. You know, if this would have been the tick of the talk, they would have screenshot that and had me going viral. Not me calling this teal coral. Okay, so this is how this looks. And I'm really, really, really loving that. And I think what will complement it really well, if we use the Pat McGrath This one. Oh, Kate, I have something to show you. I have something to show you. I don't know if I don't know if you will like, but this is how it looks. It's a micro. This one right here. Do you like? Do you like? Pretty. Say less. Say less. I was figuring if I wanted to, yeah, because I've never actually used it. But I was looking at it and looking at the color palette and saying to myself, yeah, yeah. It hardly got touched, technically. But I think it will be really nice. So I will definitely be putting it. Let me keep my mouth shut. Oh, okay, we're gonna go in with another detailed brush. This is a pencil brush, and don't mind the color. It's been dyed with all of the special effects I've been doing lately. For some reason, it's not coming out. So we're gonna take that dark blue that we use on the lid, and we're gonna go in right under that teal pencil, and we're gonna just smoke that out. Yeah. I like, I like, I like. Yes. It looks so beautiful. So, 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 so beautiful. And in the same palette, we have this dark, purpley looking color. I think I want to add a little bit of that on the outer edge. Right here. Let's see what it's giving. Just to have a little bit of smoky moment going on under here. Yeah. And I'm not going to take it all the way in. We just want it on the outer edge. Just kind of connecting that smoky vibe right here. Yeah. hmm hmm Now we definitely gonna have to add some mascara because our eyes look a little bit. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. 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 Let's go under here. And how I like to do my lashes underneath, I take the tip and I just kind of rub it gently against the lash. Trying not to disturb the color. Just like that. And it does make a very big difference, as you can see over here. You know, can you see the difference between the two? Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. I tried bottom lashes like once or twice, and I never liked them. So shout out to the people who do bottom lashes, but I don't like them at all at all. Hmm. Yeah, definitely add a little bit of Radabum, just a little bit. And sometimes you can go a little bit too wild and crazy with the bottom lashes, because then it's gonna mess up all of the work that you have put into the under eyes. So I tend to just do it, but not overdoing it, so that we can have that balance going on. Now I've used this pencil. I got a nude. I have makeup all over me. Anyways, I've used this in my last tutorial. When I tell you I love these pencils, these pencil and all, I featured it in my Timu haul. So if you want the deets on this one, you know what to do. The video is available for you guys to watch. Now, for the lips, I don't know what to do for the lips. So you guys are gonna have to let me know what you guys think I should do for the lips. Should I leave it a nude? Should we do a pinky nude? What should we do? I'll show you guys a little bit of options in a second. You see how beautiful this is a mixture between black and brown, and it shows up so beautifully on my skin tone. I love it. Down. Now for lips, what do you guys think we should do for lips? Now I do have a wider range of lippies, so we're not gonna go too crazy. I'm trying to pick some colors out. We have this NYX one, or purple ombre. Do I have a purple? Is the question. Hold the phone lines. This is more like a gloss. This one is way too red. Hmm. It has. This looks somewhat burgundy-ish. What do you think of this color right here? It looks burgundy-ish. Should we try this one? It's more like it's a burgundy reddish. Don't think I have. I have, I think the perfect burgundy stuff, but where to find that now is the problem. But Sephora collection has their lip stain, and I think I had one that was a dark purple. I think that would have been the perfect color to use. It's a dark purple, but I don't think I have it anywhere close. Oh, we can use this as a topper. It has like purpley goldy flakes. This is from Bites, so we can use this as a topper. Brown. Okay, let's give that a try. Let's give that a try then. Hi. Hi Jay. Welcome in. Okay. What do you think about this? Okay, cool. Ooh, 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 ooh. I am so wetting. I think I have to go back to my other fan because this little baby insy binty teeny weeny fan is not gonna work for me. Okay, this is cute. Should we put this pink in the middle? More liner with okay. Okay. Let's add the pink first. This pinkish color here. Hello, all things home on a budget. How are you doing? Vaughn, welcome in. Van. That's so much that was in my dialect. I said, Vaughn. Oh, welcome in. My dialect came out a little while ago, guys. Like that. That made me laugh. Okay, we're gonna go back in with that brown pencil. And we're gonna just line the lids again. Oh, this is so cute. This is gonna add just a tad bit more. Now, should we put on this gloss? Yes, no, maybe so. I really love how it looks matte. It is, it is. This is the gloss right here. No, this is the wrong one. Sorry. This is more of like a nudish type gloss, not the one we wanted. This translucent, glittery looking one right here. It's more of an effervescent type of gloss with like a slight shimmer. Should we do that one? Mm. Or should we just leave it like this? Let me know. Keep it matte. All right. All right, all right, all right. All right. Okay, now for the hair situation, we need to sort her out because we need to shape it, get it looking like something. So pull out our edges, slide back what we need to slide it back. Oh, yeah. For this hair, guys, you're gonna have to give it a little bit of love and tender care and finesse it in the way that you're gonna want it to be. Okay, matte it is. That is some dry shampoo. We're kind of just putting it in to give the hair a little bit of a jump. I don't know, you can freestyle with it, move it around, kind of, I don't know. I didn't really think this part through of how I want it to kind of lay. So I'm kind of just figuring it out with you guys right now as to how I want her to lay. Now, what do you guys think of the hair? I can definitely cut it down some, but what are your thoughts? Yeah. I like it because it gives me very much 90s type of vibe. That's why I didn't want to cut it down too much. Yeah. Oh no. I need to get these little baby edges out and kind of swimming. With a pixie is always, figuring out what works from what doesn't work, fluffing it up, switching it from this side to that side, playing around with it. Hello, welcome in. Avon, welcome in. Yeah, I think I think I like. I don't know if I love, but I like. Let me see it without the background. Hold on one second. Yeah. Yeah. Without the background, because I think like the background was kind of playing with how she lays. But I think with the background gone, you can see the vision. And then the back is like, yeah. Yeah. Very 90s. And you just kind of just play with the curl. Yeah. And you just kind of flip it. No, you can put it in some setting spray. Hairspray, sorry, well, not setting spray. Hairspray. Kind of spray it down and kind of fluff it up. But yeah. 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 That's the vibe. I was gonna cut it up even more and make it into a short, like a short type of kind of blunt kind of thing. But when I put it on, because I made it on the wig cap, on the wig head, and when I put it on, I was like in the bathroom kind of trying to see if I like it this way or not. Because normally I like to have a blunt kind of cut and then I kind of tease it type of way. But I don't know. This one, it's Halloween. We're trying new things. But I like it. It's a vibe. I like it. I like it. I like it. Now, talking about that, let us go and do a little bit more of bronzing before we conclude. Ah! Oh, sorry, guys. I don't even know how that happened a little while ago. This damn tripod that I just bought. It's like it can't hold the phone. Crazy. Anyways, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I need to put something to brace the tripod because I don't know if the phone is too heavy or what. But yeah, it's just pissing me off. This is one of my favorite palette highlighters now. the NYX. Ah, this is such a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous sunset blush. I love, I love, I love. I don't know if you guys have nude sticks in America, but it's a Canadian brand. And I have the bronzer stick, but they're just too light for me. So I will just use them in my kit. But what I'm trying to get is my Hula bronzer from Benefits. Bingo. She is right here. This is the darkest shade that they do carry. It's one of my favorite bronzer powder, that is. I put two. Okay, cool. Okay, well I have to start doing that because it's this is like the second time it is doing me this and I don't like it at all. Midway in to my presentation and it's just falling. I don't like that. How did I get foundation all the way over here? Can somebody please tell me? How did I get foundation all the way there? Thank you guys for 22 likes. I really appreciate that. So I'm just using that bronzer as you guys can see. And I'm just coming in and just defining my nose. And just to make it fade out just a little bit because I don't want it to be a little bit too harsh. We're going to take that same foundation brush and we're just going to pat that in ever so gently. And that's all I do. And I do a little bit of highlight right here, just where the light is going to hit me. We're going to take, no, let's take a new brush, new brush, new brush, new brush. We're going to take a little bit of that on this flat tip brush. I got this from, look at how it looks. This is how I feel about this brush set that I got from Temu. It's just like, this is how I feel about them. They're just ridiculous. We're gonna come right under that blush with that bronzer. And we're just gonna add just a little bit of dimension to, we're gonna add just a little dimension to the face. A little bit down here. Just a little bit. Just to help balance out everything. Yeah. But I love using powders to do all of my, let me tell you, almost all of the brushes, they are bent. I'm not gonna even lie to you. Look at this. She's leaning this way. This one leaning that way. Let me find another one. Because you guys think I'm joking. Look at this one. All of them are just leaning, leaning, leaning. Like, what the hell is this? Yeah. But you see how when I take off the back screen, how bright and just beautiful the makeup looks? Like, you can't tell me that this does not look stunning. All of them are leaning, girl. If they're not breaking, they're leaning. Just hot messes. Just hot, hot messes. I want this to keep that way. Like turn this way and this one that way. Give it the little 90s vibes. I just need these big giant earrings to set the mood. Set the mood for me. Which I got was awesome. Ah, I think the other pairs of brushes that I do have, I think they're awesome, but I decided to keep them for my clients. I made that decision. So this is one of, so this is mixed. These are the ones that I got from, they look like the Real Techniques. So I have some Real Techniques in here. Just one or two of them that are the real ones. But these at the back, most of these ones are the ones that I got. And I love these. So I probably might buy another one for myself. But this one, I just have it here ready to go for my clients and stuff like that. So I think those ones are good. But these ones that I got, they're leaning on the they're leaning on the everlasting love of God. Because they be leaning, they be leaning, they be leaning on the everlasting God. One leaning this way, one leaning that way. Not gonna even continue because I'm not gonna be finished tonight with how these brushes are leaning. Not one, well, I'm lying. This is the only good brush that came out of the the set that I got, and the detail brushes, which are these ones that I've used earlier. Other than that, she's a hot mess. Yeah, I'm gonna buy another set for me to use, but those ones, I'm just gonna leave them for my clients. We're gonna jump back into this highlighter. We're gonna jump back into this shade that has been one of the highlights of the night. And I always do this. I put it right dead center of my nose. No matter what I'm doing, you'll always find me with highlighter right here. And then I take a little bit and put it right here. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. And then setting spray. It pains me to look so fabulous. I'm not going anywhere. That is crazy to me. Now I'm not gonna take off this makeup for the next 2, 3 hours because I need to get my money's worth. Oh, mm, that is harsh. That is harsh. But it does make your face feel very tight, which always is a good sign. And low key probably might make my hair stay in this position. But yeah. For the pictures, I'm gonna finesse this bang a little bit more. But for what it's worth, guys, I think we did an amazing job. Thank you. Trust me, I have clients that I've done makeup for, and the next day they will send me pictures of their eyeshadow still being on. Now, they might lose a little bit of foundation based on the night that they're having, but when I tell you the eyeshadow is not going anywhere, it's not going anywhere. And for me, I like to spray my whole entire face with the setting spray, and I think that has a lot to do with it because it locks the shadows in. But when I tell you I am so proud of this look, this is a very cute, girly, very bold, purpley type of look. And I love it. Because I don't normally use purples like that, pinks like that, but I think this look tonight, 10 out of 10. I don't normally do lashes like this. Yeah, it's cute. Cute, cute, cute. Yeah, I soak them down. You hear me tell you? Soak them down because I want the makeup to last. Because I will have 3 to 4 different types of setting spray on hand. Yeah, and I love a mist as well too. So yeah. But I'm really, really happy about this look. I think everything came together. You guys helped me with choosing the colors. This lip combo eats down. The blush combo eats down. The eyes. Uh, the eyes. Well, let's talk about blending colors together. Choosing colors that complement each other, that's not fighting with each other. Let's talk about it. Uh, Adding the taupe under the eyes with the blue shadow and then finishing it off with the purple shimmer to end. Case closed. The hair, blue and purple. Like, who is talking to me? Blue and purple. See in the details. The purple is a dark purple. As you can see, it's closer to black. And then that dark blue. Who can talk to me? Who can talk to me? All I need now is the big hoop earrings right now to finish off the look. Moko, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. You can't tell me I'm not looking stunning tonight. You're a damn liar if you say I don't. Ah, I know. This is gorge. This is gorge, and I don't understand why some people on this app getting all of the bells and the whistles, and we're out here doing this type of makeup look and not getting at least half of the viewership. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Welcome in, guys. Make sure you guys tap the screen. Show your girls some love. Moko, thank you. Yeah, it will. I'm not worried at all. I'm not worried at all, to be honest. Everything takes time, you know? I'm so grateful that you guys are still in here and, chilling with me. Thank you for sharing your host. Oh, thank you so much for being here. And I hope you learned something from this wonderful tutorial that you guys helped me put together. It's on the table right here. I'm looking at it. She is right here. Right. Uh, Tina, Tina, Tina. Oh, this is cute. I didn't even notice. Little Kim. It's giving very much Little Kim. Oh wow. I just need the blue contacts. I do have contacts, but do I want to put in contacts tonight? Probably not. But I think if I had the contacts in, it will be fire. I think so, honestly. I think all I think this is missing is just some nice fire contacts. Yes, I just showed it a little while ago. This is the image. Little Kim with a pink with a blue hair. This is so cute. So cute. Little Kim on the yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. Now I need to take off all of this foundation and all this lip swatch. Swatch. With my hand. I know. Uh, 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 uh. She be doing that crazy stuff that make me laugh. I need to uh, have to have the mic in your hand. Hey. Oh, let me stop my shit it is. Ah. Hey, but you have to have the mic in your hand. If you don't have the mic or something in your hand, because she always have it in, I think her right hand. So she's like, she be waiting for that beat to drop. She be waiting. She be waiting. She be waiting. Ah! Girl, I can't sing right now. I lost that talent a long time ago. I can, hum a tune here and there. But when it comes on to singing, girl, I leave that up to Kiki, basically. They have the vocals, I don't. I can carry a key though. I can definitely ah, ah. But I can't sing like that. Karaoke be going on, yeah. I just haven't been frisky tonight to sing a song or two. But you never know. Before the live and you might hear me bust out a tune. Oh, maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. When I think about like pitching lyrics and stuff like that, it's always slack lyrics. It's never nothing clean, never nothing, It's it's always slack living lyrics. Mm, 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 mm. This looks like now too when you're working out back in the 90s. Push it, push it real good. 1, two, three. Let's go, guys. One, two, three. Pump it up. That's what it's giving. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go, guys. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Pump it up, pump it up. Mm, mm, mm. I'm heavily costed up tonight. That's why I'm looking like a stuffed turkey known this year. Ah, I do. I do. I was thinking about making that be one of my costumes for this year, Put on like the color leggings, the bodysuits. Yeah. And I have a gym upstairs that I can take pictures in. I probably can still do that. I think it would have been cute. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm trying to waist train for the whole entire month, like every day, and see how best my little tum tum can go in. Yeah, with all these. Yeah, leg warmers, yeah. I think that would have been cute though. I think that would have been cute, 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 cute. I think that would have been so cute. And then obviously you do the makeup to whatever color you're wearing. So if you're purple and pink, then your makeup would be something like this. That would have been cute. Ah, who the hell was that? Girl, I was ready to dust you. I was ready to dust you out. Girl, I was ready to tell you something a little while ago. I was an 80s teen, so I remember leg warmers too well. I had a girl, she's more Americanized and she will wear leg warmers in the Caribbean. And when I tell you she had her personal style, but the place is like 100 and something degrees. Why are you in leg warmers? And she wore leg warmers, a pom pom shorts, and like a vest type of stuff like this. And then sometimes she'll have on the hand stuff, and I said, "Girl, that's a choice." But I love her down to pieces. Helena Hewlett, my girl. Hello, J4. What's going on? I'm walking in. Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was definitely. I'm trying to let these straps not show because this top is like a X in the back type of top, and these are just normal bras. But doing them like this sometimes it's a hassle. But I need them to look good. Huh. What I like about wearing waist trainers is the fact that you sit up so straight and you kind of have this good posture. I really like it. I really like it. How are you? The Caribbean. Yes, I am, actually. The Caribbean princess. And I'm from an island that has 365 beaches, one for every day of the year. That is Antigua and Barbuda, where the beach is just the beginning. Yeah. Ta-da, 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 ta-da. If you guys are new in here, don't forget to tap, tap, tap the screen. I think we can get to 30 likes because people keep popping in and out. Yes, the waters are beautiful. And we can all boast that we have the best beaches and stuff like that. But there are unique things in different islands. There's like Jamaica that has a lot of rivers. Dominica has a lot of rivers. I think St. Lucia has a lot of rivers. My country doesn't have a lot of rivers. They have one river thingy majiggy, but it only falls when a lot of rain comes. If no rain comes, it doesn't come down like a waterfall. So it's like it's like a sometime-ish a waterfall, I will say. But there's some beautiful places that has some beautiful waterfalls and stuff like that. Hot springs and stuff like that. But fun fact, my country has deers actually in the sister island of Barbuda. You know, when slavery happened and stuff like that, they brought a deer. So our country is the only country that has deers in the Caribbean because of slavery and all that other stuff. But yeah. And people eat them, but you have to be a local in order to eat them, I think. Or you have to pay a lot of money to eat them if you're into those wild things. Yeah, you want them up high. It's because no, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, look at this. I am corset up, so the corset just makes everything up. Like, honestly, on a normal day, my girls are not this high to the sky. It's just that me having on the corset, I'm coming like a balloon. Basically, you hold me like this, and I'm just popping out to the top. So yeah, they're normally good, but tonight they're extra up in the sky because of all the suction that's happening here. Yeah, I need to use my other fan, but this fan is so quiet that I kind of prefer it better than the other fan. But when I tell you I'm boiling up, I am boiling up. And this corset doesn't help that I'm boiling up. And if you notice, I can show you guys like you will see that my T zone is the first area that tends to get a little bit more oily when I start sweating. So that's why I pay close attention to it. But the good thing is, even though I sweat, as you can see, the makeup is not moving, going anywhere, and that's what I want. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dwelling. You're from BOK's channel. Thank you. Welcome in, my love. Your first time in here. Thank you so much for being in here. Make sure you tap the screen. Show your girl some love. And tell BOK thank you so much for inviting me over here. I know you're is different from the US. Well, in the summertime, it gets really humid in Canada. Well, I'm not in the Caribbean, you know. I'm in Canada. So now is the best time to wear makeup when it gets cold because no matter what you do, it is so cold that you're not going to be sweating. I'm telling you that for a fact. The only time you might sweat is when you go to a restaurant or you go to a function and it's super hot. But if you're outside, your makeup is going to stand up like 10 men trying to get some, you know, some, under the water type of situation. It will stand up the test of time in the winter. But you see, in the summer, you have to use extra setting sprays. You're gonna have to use mattifying primers. You're gonna have to use full coverage concealer, foundation, you name it. You're gonna have to do a little bit more to keep your makeup on. Where in Canada I live in at Toronto. Toronto, Toronto. Yeah, I live in Toronto. Yeah. But yeah, now is the best time to wear makeup because the weather is getting cold. Yeah, I like wearing makeup in the winter season. That's the only thing I like about the winter season is the fact that I can wear my makeup and know that I don't have to walk with anything to touch up. And normally I don't touch up my makeup when I go out, to be honest. I set it and forget it. And if my lips goes, I will definitely put on a lip balm or something, but I don't reapply makeup like that unless I was sweating bad or in a party and I'm, doing my big ones in the party and I'm, having a good time. Gel is running down my face or whatever. I will probably do some maintenance, but I don't tend to fix my face at all. Oh, thank you so much. Hello. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have you liked the stream before I shout you out? I'm still at 25 likes. Did you like it? Wonder to apply makeup on myself, but I don't know what goes with me, so I just don't look like. I think makeup is a trial and error, to be honest with you. I would say start off small. Don't even get like a tinted moisturizer, get like a concealer. Start there. Start putting on a little bit of lipstick, a little bit of blush. Don't think about it too much. Like what I've done here tonight is a little bit extreme for somebody that is starting out in makeup, but I will say start with like a BB cream, start with like a foundation powder. Those are the things I will start you off with, like a foundation powder, something like this one from Sephora collection. I'll show you really quickly. Something like this, and I'll show you why. I'll put it right here on my hands. And obviously it's a little bit brighter than my hands, but you kind of get the point. You find it in your shade, and you use something like that for your foundation to start off with, just to get familiar with what makeup and all that other stuff. Do I have a concealer that I can demonstrate? Yeah, and then I will use this concealer as an example as well. So this one is just a concealer. This is LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is very affordable. You can start off with that, and look how easily that blends into the skin. And just to even out your complexion, stuff like that. So start out with something like that. Maybe a full coverage foundation powder or like a concealer if you just want it to just look even out your skin tone or something like that. I would say start there and then work your way up. Yeah. So you don't have to necessarily have to get a foundation when you're just starting out. Get a concealer that matches your complexion perfectly, and then you just move on from there. You can get a lighter one, and then you can get a darker one. I'll use this one as the darker one, and you can blend them together to make your perfect shade. And it's very light, and it doesn't look like you have on a ton of makeup because you can hardly see that, but it just makes my skin look more even and all that. So that's a good little tip that you can definitely use. Yeah, and you can definitely watch. I have a lot of tutorials on my channel. I have a lot of live streams now where I do makeup. So you can definitely learn a thing or two. I have a lot of beginner friendly makeup tutorials as well. So yeah. Yeah. When I was working at Sephora, one of the things that I normally tell people, because they'll come in, it's like, oh my God, I don't know how to put on makeup. I don't know, da 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 da. I always direct them to a foundation powder that has more pigmentation than your normal translucent powder because you're going to want it to cover, probably some of the times you want it to cover like a dark spot or you just want to brighten up a particular area. And you can just use a powder. Sometimes you don't have to do the bells and whistles, the concealer, the foundation, this to that. You just need to find something that works for you and you're comfortable using. You know? You're welcome, darling. You're definitely welcome. So I'll say start there and then working your way up. Having a BB cream, it's more like a moisturizer that is tinted. That is all pretty good as well. It's more light coverage though. So if you just want like a flush of color, then I'll say do like a BB cream that has a tint in it. But if you want a little bit more of like coverage, do a foundation powder or a concealer. Start from there. And if you want more of a glowy type of finish, like how you see I'm kind of like glowy in the middle here. You just want something to look sun kissed. I will say go with a hydrating concealer. If you want more of a matte look like around here, go with something that's more full coverage, basically. Full palm. Yes, yes, definitely. Exactly what KK says there. BB cream. Oh, my back. I think that Vanessa Marix has a beautiful it can be used as a foundation, it can be used as like a primer. She has some beautiful ones as well. Oh, you didn't know, yeah. A BB cream. So it's like a moisturizer that has a little bit of tint to it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What do I have? I don't have anything here right now in my possession. Hold on. I might have a BB cream. Give me one quick second. I might have one to show you real quickly. Hold on. I might have one. Give me a sec. I can show you what it looks like. I This is just some of my foundations. This is a foundation or a BB cream. This is a foundation, it's not a BB cream. Hold on, hold on. All of these ones are way much more lighter than my complexion. I'm trying to find one that is going to be closer to my skin complexion so that you can see. But just to give you an idea, we'll just use one. We just use this one. This is very much more lighter than my complexion. So it might. This one is not even open yet. Okay, hold on. So we're going to use this one. This is from Believe. And it comes out like this. Just going to use a tiny bit. And it's very, 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 very sheer. So you see how that blends out? That's technically a BB cream. So as you can see, this is what the color, let's do it again. So you can see, oh, this was way too much. Yikes. Way too much. Way too much product. Let me wipe that off. All right, so we have this here, and this is how this looks. Obviously, it's gonna be lighter than my complexion, but it blends basically right into the skin. It's gonna leave like a white cast because obviously it's not my complexion. But just imagine that if it was darker. Yeah. Just imagine if it was darker, it's very, very lightweight on the skin. You just have to find the right shade for you. Yeah, I don't use a lot of BB cream. The last BB cream that I had, I gave it to my mom. You're welcome, darling. You are indeed welcome. And they do have lightweight foundations as well. So you can definitely ask like any if I don't know if you have Sephora where you are, but yeah, there's very lightweight foundation that can give you the same look that you're looking for. That's not gonna be too heavy on the skin. Yeah. Makeup has come a long way over the years. Awesome. Okay, I just wanted something special that can look natural as and look cute. It makes okay. Check out video. Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, darling. And thank you so much for asking those questions so other people can get to know. And then KK's in the chat also helping you out as well. So you're getting from two makeup artists right now. You are getting good advice. Yeah, face and body. Face and body definitely works as well too. So there's a lot of options. It's not like back in the days where we were struggling to find products that works for us. We have moved in a very good direction. We still have a long way to go when it comes on to products that is good for all skin types, but I think we have gone, ahead. We're finding complexion colors and stuff like that. Do you want to clarify? Okay. Because I want to make sure that what I'm thinking about is what you were basically talking about before I even interject. somebody is representing your skin and body. Yes. Yes. Mhm. Yes, we definitely have more options now, which is really good. Because even for fairer complexion, it's so hard for somebody who is the whitest of whites to find products that work for them. So it's as hard as the blacks of blacks to find a color that works for them because some of them are so paper white that a lot of brands don't go that light. And if they do, it always comes off a little bit yellow. So it's very, very hard, you know? Yes. Most of the time it is waterproof. That's 120%. Oh. See, well, I know exactly what I'm talking about. So sometimes things may come off way much more yellow. So you have to be very, very careful. And I think the fairer you are, I think the less product you may need because it's just so easy for a color to show up on you that you have to be very careful in how you apply certain things because you don't want to overdo it. So I've learned that trick when I was working at Sephora because you have to be very, very careful. A good option in the, yeah, drugstore. Yeah, definitely. The only thing I don't like about drugstore, I don't know if it's the same thing here over in America, but when it comes down to the drugstore here, the people who work there are not invested in you the way that somebody will be more invested in you as like an Ulta or um or like a Sephora. We don't have Ulta over here. Just I can just use Sephora as an example or a Mac store because they always short staff. I don't know why, but they always short staff in the beauty section. So you find that the clients are not getting the full experience of color matching and really finding out what products can work for them. You know, it's just basically throwing products at them just because it's really, really crazy. So I hope that wherever you go to purchase new makeup, that they take their time with you. And no question is a stupid question when it comes on to makeup. Ask as much question as you need in order to get something that's going to work for you. You know, that's a misconception I think a lot of people have going into these beauty stores and not asking the real questions that they need to ask. Because if you don't ask the questions, how are you going to get something that's going to work for you and what you're particularly looking for? Ulta and Sephora, and I just wish I could go in, but not, not knowing. Yeah, just going to the next question. But now you have a pretty good idea of what you're looking for. Once you write them down, going and say, okay, these are what the things I'm looking for. What are the options? And take it from there. And hopefully, you'll get somebody that is experienced enough to help you in your journey. But I'm super excited to see how that will come out for you. I prefer to ask here where nobody can. Well, definitely, if you have any burning questions, burning concerns, don't be afraid to ask. And you should never be ashamed, though. Like you're the one that are buying, or you're buying whatever you're buying. Don't be afraid when you're spending your money. You know, you might be surprised that a lot of people don't know nothing about makeup. They think they do, but they don't. So never be ashamed to even ask questions about it because it's an art form, you know? A lot of people do makeup, but a lot of people are not professional when it comes on to makeup and how the facts behind the makeup, you know? Because everybody can put on makeup, don't get me wrong, but not everybody's artist. Not everybody can sit down and explain to you why they use this and why you should use this, why you should not use this based on your concern. Not everybody can do that, you know? But I don't think you should be afraid. I know that you're a gorgeous, beautiful woman, so you don't need to be afraid. And if you have any burning questions, any issues, just come to me and ask me. I will be definitely there to help you out. Kay can definitely help you as well. We have years upon years of knowledge and hope you connect with Kay as well because Kay does really, really good makeup as well. So never be afraid to, you know, pull up and ask questions. There's never a dumb question, okay? I love you and appreciate you so much for being here. Okay. Yes, definitely do. Definitely, definitely do. Because they are beautiful, talented makeup artists just like myself. And this is what we do. This is what we love doing. You know, it's a passion for us to come on here and do makeup to the best of our abilities and teach while we do it. So I'm so grateful and humble that you are here tonight. So thank you so much. Color matching. All right. Ah, don't let me even start about color matching. Color matching. Working at Sephora, I know how hard it can be to color match somebody, and especially how they like to hire people for the winter season and the Christmas season. And these girls are coming in and they're doing 1 week of training. 1 week of training cannot prepare you for the questions that these clients are going to ask, all that type of stuff. So you have to really know undertones. You have to really know product knowledge in order to give a successful color match. It's not just, hello, Helen, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome to her family. Yeah, hello, Helen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You have to know how to differentiate when a client comes in and say, "Oh, I have dark under eyes. What can I use? I've tried this foundation or I've tried this concealer. Why is it not working? Da 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 da. And this is a name brand concealer or color corrector. Why is it not working?" And my question to that would have been, okay, walk me through how you are applying this product because it might not be the product's problem, it's just basically how you're applying it. When you put on the corrector, after you putting on the first layer of corrector, did you set it with a translucent powder? Did you set it at all? Because with with color correctors, if you don't set them, they're likely to move and shift or blend in with whatever you put over it. So it's very important when you're doing color correcting to seal it down with a powder, translucent powder, stuff like that before you go over with your concealer or your foundation. That's that could answer the question right there and then. So, like simple things like that, people come in and have issues, and then they have the products that they need, but they just don't know how to put it on correctly because they see a tutorial and the tutorial they say color corrector, concealer, foundation. They don't know the steps. So, as a professional, you have to be able to differentiate if these products are going to work or the product that they already have, if they can, just put it on in a different way so they don't have to buy new products. I was never a part of the crew to say you have to come in and buy products. If you have something that already works for you, and I can tell you in 5 minutes or 10 minutes how to put it on correctly, that's how I do my my interaction with clients. And that's why they always come back, to be honest, because I give them realistic, things. And sometimes if they don't want to spend the Sephora money, I will say, Go and get LA Girl Pro Concealer." She does the same thing. Like, you don't have to waste your money. This is like $3 or something. Get this instead of buying a concealer for 20 something dollars. Hello, welcome in. I was just ranting. Sorry. I had a lot of makeup up and nobody showed me how to use it. I gave it a try a few times, but foundation were all away. Them all away. Oh, that's sad. That's definitely sad, but I always advise you like to watch videos, watch like you can learn so much by YouTube University. There's so much you can learn. You just have to find somebody that looks like you, that has the same kind of complexion like you, whether lighter or darker, and just, learn here and there. Because what I might teach you, you might not take everything, but you can use something mixed with what you already know, and that can work for you. KK might teach you something, and you can add the two together and make your own thing. Like, makeup is so multifaceted, and everybody does it differently, but it doesn't mean that you can't learn different things from different creators. So I urge you to basically just watch more people who look like you that does makeup and stuff like that, or even people that don't look like you, because you can still learn from other people from different races as well. Yeah, I watch YouTube videos. Most I said early. Hasn't was no. Oh my. I think once you apply it the way that I'm telling you, like easy breezy, nothing too much, very, very easy. Start off with like a nice lip gloss. Make sure your lip is always, looking luscious, beautiful, all of that. Put on a little bit of mascara of your choice. A little bit of mascara every day. Start with those little things and work your way up to to the full glam, because you're gonna have to work him into seeing this process, because obviously he loves the natural beauty, but we like to add little things onto us to make us look more refined and more beautiful. Why are we wearing clothes? We wear clothes to look good and look nice and presentable. Makeup is just like clothes, like it's a element of accessories. Like, why do we wear earrings? Why do we wear chains, nails? Like, it's just an extra little vada vum vum to add to everything. Oh, thank you. Definitely, I applaud you 120%. Do what you need to do. Start small. Don't even think about it too much. Just start small and work your way up. Because we start from small. We start from my first time doing makeup, I look like a hot mess. A hot mess. But look where I'm at for today. I had to start from somewhere. My color was off. My eyes were one color from the lid up. Like, I looked like a hot mess. But look how I look today. Don't do makeup. I just enjoy being you as well. Okay. Oh, that is so sweet. I appreciate men like you, honestly speaking. It takes a real man to be in makeup stream or anything like that, and just appreciating the art for the art. So I really appreciate that, and thank you so much for coming over here and supporting. And I know you support KK 120%. Yeah, he's such a darling. Yeah, but anybody can do it. Makeup is it's a beautiful thing. It's one of the most empowering things that I have ever had the opportunity to learn. And what makes it even more exciting is when you find a client that always wanted to experience the glitz and the glamour, and you do their makeup for the first time, and they look in that mirror, and that expression that they give you, that warms your heart as a makeup artist to see your client feeling themselves and just feeling empowered or feeling like the superstars that they see on the TV or their phone. It's one of the most priceless, priceless expressions that you can feel, making somebody dream come true on their wedding day. When they're done their makeup and their hair is done, they feel like like this is their day, they're conquering everything. Makeup is such a powerful thing. It is. Yeah. Makeup is such a powerful thing. I love it. I love it down. And the beauty about me, that's why when I do special effects, I will come on here and I will look like a hot mess, a trailer trash, and I will do a zombie makeup and I will look totally different. But I embrace it. You know why? Because I can do this with my eyes closed. With special effects, it takes me out of the glitz and the glamour, and I want to be as grungy. I want to be as bloody as I possibly can. I want to push myself to that limit. And I enjoy doing that because I look good on a day to day basis. So why I'm doing special effects is just a different type of vibe that I have, and I'm just loving the artistry. And people who have watched my live stream and know I will look crazy before, like, when you're painting your face and all of that. Before you get to the beauty of it, you have to start rough. So to me, it's just an art form, and a lot of people don't appreciate it for what it is. You know, I don't live in makeup 24/7. I do makeup, obviously. I go out and all the other stuff, but let me say, 70% of the times, I'm not in makeup all the time. When I'm going out, I do, but not all the time. Oh, thank you. Hello. Welcome, Ramon. Welcome in. Yeah. So when I'm my off days, I hardly put on makeup because I do it for work and I love doing it and all that other stuff. But on a regular day today, I'm just normal. Unless if I have to go out and I feel like doing makeup. I don't have to do makeup, but I'm at my brand. So when I go out to different events or something special, I love to look good. So I'm gonna take that time to get my makeup done, look as flawless. But on my regular day to day, I don't bother up with all the glitz and the glamour, but I love doing it. Hello. I want to feel like the way once it. You will, darling, you will. Trust me, you will. Once you start off small and work your way up, girl, you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there. So don't worry about it. I believe in you, and I believe that you're going to get back that spunk that you once had, and you're gonna be even better. Mark my words, okay? You're gonna be even better. And you're gonna come back maybe a year from now, couple months from now, and you're gonna be telling your testimony. I'm gonna be right here to hear you loud and clear in the comment section. Yeah, one thing at a time, my love. One thing at a time. Just like the movie Stella got her groove back, I feel it in my bones that you're gonna get your groove back. You're gonna build back up your confidence, and you're gonna come out here and you're gonna clip these girls. clip them. You are going to. You're welcome, darling. You're welcome. Anytime. That's what we do over here. We talk about makeup and we empower. You know? We are makeup artists. We don't just play in makeup. That's the difference. Okay, KK, since you're here, I was gonna show you. This is the last Lala lash I had for my Lash Me company. And I think this would have been the perfect one that I would have sent for you. Had I had them in stock, I think you would have loved these down to the ground. This is my last one, like my last lashes, so I'm gonna keep them as a memorabilia. And probably when I get big as like a big makeup artist or something like that, I can sell it for millions and millions of dollars. Yeah, that's called the dolly. I think you would enjoy these because that's something like this, but it's way much more better than this. But it gives you the same vibe, but it's way much more wispier and it's mink. Yeah, 100% mink. Yeah, 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 yeah. But it has been a pleasure sitting and chatting with you guys doing my makeup and all that good jazz. But are you guys ready for me to go? So we've been on here for 197 minutes. Facts. Let me know. I'm gonna have to do my photo shoot, take my little videos and all that good jazz. You're welcome, darling. You are welcome anytime. It has been my pleasure to help you. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your night. I know it's a weeknight. I think tomorrow is Friday. Yeah, tomorrow is the last working day of the week. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you guys so, 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 so much. Remember, I beat and I beat for the gods. So I'll see you guys here on my next live stream. KK, thank you so much for being in here and helping me out with my lovely viewers. Love you guys down to the ground. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.